loves YouTube. At this point in time, I feel like I'm treating YouTube almost as my personal diary, as my personal journal, because I don't have scripts ready, okay? It's just that whatever comes to my mind, I kind of shoot it. So I just felt like shooting a YouTube video just because I had a couple of thoughts in mind that I thought I would share with you all. But first of all, look at my tan line. This is such a beautiful tan that I've gotten, and don't mind that situation there. That's a story for another time, okay? That's a story for another time. So I'm like perfectly bronzy and I'm so glossy, and I feel like in my head I look like a Brad's doll. I've always appreciated the bronzy jello Rihanna look, and I'm almost there. That's because I was literally basking in the sun, okay? And my skin is a lot better right now, but till a couple of days ago, it was like peeling off like crazy. For people who know me, I'm like really sensitive to the sun, but there's nothing that I can do about it because I love the sun, and I think the sun loves me back. All the elements of nature, be it fire, earth, sun, wind, the ground, like I literally said earth, I feel very connected to all of these things, so I do not mind. In fact, I wish I could, stay like this for a very long time. But I know my body, I know my skin. It's gonna peel off. The new skin is like it has already started coming. I don't know if you guys can see on the video right now. I don't know if the camera is catching up, but like I have major peeling going on. So see, this part is tan and this part is not. So I'll get my complexion back really soon. But I'm enjoying till it lasts, okay? That is not the reason why I'm making this YouTube video. I just thought of sharing, something about my spiritual journey so that people get to know more about me, because I don't think there are a lot of people who I share this with personally, because also I got my nails done, okay? Very random off the topic again. So a couple days ago, I was supposed to go on a vacation with my cousins. This was going to be the first cousin only vacation. But I mean, we have done cousin vacations before, but this time it was different because it was only us, the bachelor cousins. I was acting as the mama of all of the little ones, and I have another cousin who is just a year elder to me. She was acting as the dada, so we had to take care of them. They took care of me at the end of the day, but anyway, so that happened. But I'm a lot into spirituality, into tarot, into trying to understand what nature is trying to tell me, what the divine timing of the universe is trying to tell me. I do not believe in coincidences at all, okay? Nothing is coincidence. Everything happens according to certain patterns. So I just want to let you know where my like how my belief system is generated and how I usually operate with things like that. I always feel like universe is speaking to us, God is speaking to us through our intuitions, through the feelings that we feel, through the things that we go through. So we are like divine creatures. We are literally made up of God particles. So we are not like, we're not supposed to just live in this 3D realm, this 3D world. There's something beyond this world, okay? The 4D realm, okay? Where the power of the mind, where time collapses, time and space. I can keep on, blabbering about this topic. So yeah, coming back to the story, this might scare some of you. And this might be subject to a lot of speculations, but I'm gonna put it out anyway. Like, take it as it resonates. If it makes you feel weird, I'm sorry in advance. But if it makes you feel like, oh, this has happened to me as well, then maybe this video might help someone. So the thing is, as I was leaving a night ago, I was feeling certain energy changes in my body, which I keep on feeling according to the phases of my moon. Phases of the moon. I wish I could show you. My phone is like at 0%, but I always have, that thing or as my iPhone lock screen widget, wherein you can constantly see what phase of the moon it is, so that I can channel my energy and my intuitions better. And it also helped me keeps a record of my own menstrual cycle because I bleed with the moon. That is how amazing and spiritual and divinely connected women are in naturally. So that's that. So I thought of, I could notice thoda bahut energy changes within me, and I was like, that's a good time in asking the universe in certain questions, or understanding what the current energies are. So I pulled up my tarot. Like, I can read tarot pretty well. I do tarot for other people as well. So I pulled up my tarot, and it was just me in this room, just couple of hours before packing, because I knew raat mein I had to leave for my cousin's home so that we could set out for the trip together subah subah. So I was just doing that, and there were a couple of cards that came out, like they literally jump off. If you watch me shuffling a tarot deck, you would understand what it means. In my case, there was something very strange, very weird, and very petrifying that I could read, and that was, it was almost like the universe was trying to tell me that somebody is going to, okay, like, I do not even want to use that word. I do not want to call bad energies upon me, but like, whatever. So, and I could sense it was not somebody who was very important in my life. Like, I would not be shaken by their demise or something, which is why I took a sigh of relief. Like, my life would not be affected or impacted. That is the kind of feeling that was generating, and that is how God talks to us. That is how the universe talks to us. They do not talk to us in English or in some sort, like in a certain language, in our mother tongue. They talk to us through invoking certain feelings, and especially with women, I think intuition plays a very big role. So yeah, that was the message that I got, and I have 100% certainty and 100% confidence and belief over the things that I can read off of tarot, over the things that I can feel. Okay, because now it's been a lot of years since I'm doing, like, it's been pretty long since I'm doing all of this. So I could feel that somebody's demise is around the corner, and the demise is going to happen when I'm on the trip, which means that I'm gonna miss the funeral. So I was in a bad mood. Of course, that is not the best mood that you want to carry with yourself while going on a trip. Like, you're supposed to enjoy the trip and everything. So the only person who I shared this with was my mother, because the feeling was a bit unsettling. And yeah, I was just hoping it is not someone who's like really close to me, although I knew, I had a knowing, I had a feeling that it would not be someone very important to me. Okay, but it's someone from the family. I knew it. Okay, it's someone like related to my blood. So she just calmed me down, and she was like, listen, this trip is gonna happen anyway, and you're not gonna cancel it. In case something like this arises, I'm not gonna keep it from you. I'm gonna tell you over call, so at least you know that it is done. At least you know who it was, who you were thinking about. And now, cut to 3 days later after this happened, and my cousins and I were on our way back home, when my mom was calling constantly, because of course I had to update her, right? I had to update as to how far I've reached and what's the ETA, and are we all like fed properly or not? Are we still carrying pani ka bottle or not? Like, things that desi moms ask, okay, and that is really sweet. तो बात करते करते बीच में she mentioned that she wants to share something with me, and then I was like, yeah, tell me, is everything okay? And then she goes on remind, and mind you, by that time my brain had completely forgotten, because I enjoyed the trip so much. Got a tan, I was looking beautiful as hell. I got so many pictures, and I was excited कि ये reel बनाऊंगी, ये post डालूंगी, this carousel, this and that. So my brain was occupied with a lot of other thoughts. So she reminded me of this incident, and my brain was like, oh yeah, has it happened? Like, what's up? Give me the tea. So, and then she goes on telling me that currently, like, do not call me for the next couple of minutes, because I would be going there and attending that person's funeral. So last morning, a relative of mine, like blood relative of mine, but very distant, okay, like the roots are the same. Now that lady happened to be very sick for a very long time, and but I used to see her almost every fortnight, because that is how our family is. Like, our family is like very like this. Even if somebody fights with you, they would still remember you on important occasions and invitations and festivals and everything. And in our family, a lot of things keep on keep going simultaneously. So it was about that lady. She must be around like 80 something year old. So she has lived a full life, and there's nothing to cry or frown about. And she died her natural death. She was not doing well for a very long time. So yeah, that's that. Of course, I could not attend her funeral. I mean, if I were at home, I would have surely definitely attended that. All of my family members were attending. My dad was at the cremation ground that time. And then once mom told all of this, the next moment she was like, how did you know? Because when I actually, told her the message, she did not seem to be very serious. In fact, she was focusing all of her energy into calming me down, into making me feel comfortable and at ease, into, convincing me that there's nothing to worry about. Even if something like that happens, people are there to take care of that situation. I should not be banging my head against the wall. So yeah, that happened. And yeah, and my mom was shocked, and my mom goes like, the moment I got to know about that news, the first instinct was, my daughter predicted that. She literally came and told me that number one, somebody is going to pass away. Number two, that somebody is going to be of our family, like not of my friend group, or not of my not anybody of my romantic interests, god forbid, by the way. And number three, that somebody would be like someone who does not have a very big influence or direct influence on our lives. So that is that. And my mom was like, how could you be so accurate? And I was getting the feeling that this was going to happen when I'd be on the trip. And then all of that turned out to be true. And my mom, like, she went in a shock, and she was like, last night I could not sleep, not because of the news of the demise of that person, but because it constantly kept on, the thought that my daughter could predict it so well, and so like on point about, she was on point about everything. And the fact that she was worried and she was a little bit anxious was not for, nothing. I mean, it really meant something. Yeah, that's that. I don't know how interesting this might have sounded to you. Or you might be wondering as to why is this girl even sharing all of these things. But anyway, my channel, my rules, my stories. That is that. Yeah, just let me know in the comments down below if you wanna listen to more stories like these, because I have scarier stories than this. Like, okay, like I have so much in my pitara, in my stories ka pitara, that I can keep entertaining you guys. But I hope you like this video, and if you did, subscribe to my channel. That's it from me today. My skin is glowy, and I'll have to wash my face, take a gypsum pink salt water bath, and then I'll be fast asleep. Oh no, but I'll journal a couple of things. I'll either journal or read 10 pages of a book, or manifest something using sats. So yeah, that's it for me. You'll have to wait for a couple of more days to see this glowy face.